The soldier was following the example set by Kabila, Katumba, Mwanga-Chuchu, and Nkunda. Capture a piece of territory, be it a remote intersection of potholed road, a vast copper concession, or the presidency itself. Protect your claim with a gun, a threat, a semblance of law, or a shibboleth, and extract rent from it. The political economy of the roadblock has taken hold. The more the state crumbles, the greater the need for each individual to make ends meet however they can, the greater the looting, the more the authority of the state withers. A third of all Chinese contracts are in Africa. In recent years, Chinese funding have accounted for 2/3 of Africa's infrastructure. Neither railways that simply connect Chinese-owned mines to Chinese-built ports for the export of commodities, nor vanity projects of great cost but little economic usefulness, will lift resource states' inhabitants from their poverty. Martin Davies, the chief executive of a South African consultancy called Frontier Advisory, who has worked as an advisor on Chinese deals in Africa, told me, "When you have a commodity-driven economy where a lot of people are excluded, it's a silo economy. It's very difficult to build infrastructure that supports inclusive growth. Is Chinese-financed infrastructure going to produce diversification?" Beijing appears to be undercutting its side of the deal. Chinese goods, like the counterfeit textiles flooding into northern Nigeria, drown out hopes for industrialization, regardless of how many roads and railways Chinese companies lay. Emil Salem's researchers of World Bank data found that between 1960 and 2000, poor countries that were rich in natural resources grew at 2 or 3 times more slowly than those that were not. Over that period, of 45 countries that failed to sustain economic growth, all but 6 were heavily dependent on oil or mining. Without exception, through the 1990s, every country that borrowed from the World Bank did worse the more it depended on extractive industries. 2/3 of trade happens within multinational corporations. To a large extent, those companies decide where to pay taxes on which portion of their earnings. The difference between a corrupted resource state and a state that can still call itself a place of representative rule is the extent to which such subversion of public office for personal benefit is the scandal or the norm. It is the degree to which the institution of state legislative bodies, the police, the courts serve as instruments of the mighty or as checks on arbitrary power. Quotes from Tom Burgess's The Looting Machine, who also talks about transfer pricing in order to avoid taxes, which has resulted in places like Bermuda having the profits be 647.7% of its GDP. The next 7 richest countries are at 0.6.